Brain. Good
What's
morning,
going on,
Brain.
How are you? Let me turn my camera a little bit. Am I doing it wrong? Okay.
Right there. You're
how
good.
you doing?
You got VG.
Good, man.
VG's inspecting your background right now.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm in St. Bart's today, so yeah, like,
I love it. St. Bart's. That's fabulous, man.
That's where the Mavericks are going to be, unfortunately, pretty soon.
I know, dude. I was thinking of you last night. How about Drew Holiday, the game that he had last night? 26, 11 boards, 3 assists. He's 11-14 from the field. He's the best player on the floor.
It's funny, Anthony. He's one of my all-time favorite players. And when the Bucks made that trade, when every Tom, Dick, and Harry's running to bet the Bucks to win the title, I said, I think the Bucks just got worse.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy, but I am such a fan of that guy. Look, I mean, obviously, I loved him when he was here, and since he left here, he's really carved out. I think he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. I think he's just an incredible player. Look, Anthony, this is very reminiscent to me. Tell me if you agree. Only 2 games, so I know there's a lot of basketball left to be played. But when Iguodala won the MVP, for Golden State, you're like, oh, who that Iguodala?
Yeah.
And, I don't know what Drew's odds were to win MVP, but, God, I mean, like right now, I didn't even look at the updated odds, but, to me, he clearly would be the favorite right now. And look, he's been terrific. Tatum shrinking again. It's weird how Tatum in these stages, it kind of how Embiid has not played well in the playoffs. Tatum, to me, in these stages, same thing. For whatever reason, whatever you want to call it, just hasn't played well. But I guess it hasn't made a difference. Luka was magnificent last night. Kyrie, just like in the Oklahoma City series, he's not helped at all. And that has been extremely disappointing for me as someone who, look, last night Dallas, they pushed, they're getting 7. You could have gotten 7.5 if you shopped it, and you would have gotten a nice win. But, someone who's been a Dallas proponent in this series, I was expecting a lot more from Kyrie Irving. Hasn't happened.
He was fantastic against Minnesota. If Kyrie shows up, they win. Right? If Kyrie shows up, they win last night. They needed him.
That was
he had that one little flurry in the beginning of the fourth quarter. That was it.
That was it. Listen, Anthony, again, we talk about it. Short sample sizes, short 7-game series. Either your best players step up or they don't. Now, again, the difference between Boston and Dallas, which we all know, Boston has 7 really good players. Dallas has 2 superstars and not the rest of the cast that Boston has. So they need Luka. Look, Luka's Luka's Luka, okay? You're going to get from him. But Kyrie, which I've just been disappointed with, has not been good. He hasn't been good these 2 games. And again, if you're looking to beat a 64-win team, you need all your star players playing well. Not happening right now for Boston. The chance of them winning 4 out of 5, slim and none, to be honest. So it's going to be extremely challenging for them. Maybe they can do it. I'm rooting for them, but I think it's going to be a really tough task. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, I at this point, it looked like they gave him. I thought that they would steal last night. I thought they were going to win. The way the game started, it felt like, all right, I think this is the Dallas comeback game. Because Boston, when they hit threes like that, they go nuts. They can blow you out.
They didn't make them last night. They didn't make them last night, Anthony.
No.
They were 6 of 40. I mean, now again, granted, Dallas didn't make them either. So it was kind of all right, well, you're going to.
Yeah, but you got to take advantage of that. If you're the Mavericks, you got to win that game last night.
Anthony, that's exactly right. Again, we talk about it. It's in a situation when you're theoretically the inferior team. They were 2.5 to 1 underdog. When you have a chance to win a game, when the other team's missing their threes, you can't just say, you know what, we'll get them next game. It's not. You can say it, but you're not going to win the series. And to me, when you give away a game like that, when it was there for you to win and you just didn't grab it and take it, Luka was great to me, but no one else really did anything. I mean, but I don't know. But it's interesting, Anthony. Again, when I was on the air with you on Thursday. I talked about, and I know it was your best bet, P.J. Washington, over 11.5 points. Bet it again yesterday. Now it's 14.5. You got to take advantage of those bets while they still out there because, again, it goes from 11.5 to 14.5. Poof, it's gone.
What did you have last night? 16 last night?
17.
17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah, 17.
I mean, you could just see it. Like he's way more active in this series. Like I'd still go over the 14 and a half for the next game because going home, he's going to get looks. He's going to get shots. They need somebody else. They need somebody, especially with Kyrie. You got to have somebody else that's taking shots.
Yeah, I mean, look, and it's going to be a tough situation. Now, do you think? I haven't heard anything. I haven't been. I didn't know if I know Porzingis. I watched him leave injured.
Oh,
did they say anything?
Not yet. Like, the calf.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Do you know what? It could mean Dallas, if he's limited, and I guess we'll find out today how he wakes up. But if he's limited, that could actually, that could change the series a little bit because Dallas then go home and defends home court.
Yeah, but again, it's going to be a big ask for Dallas to win 2 in a row. You're probably looking at maybe a 25% chance it happens, something like that, from a mathematical standpoint. If it gets to 2-2, then obviously we have a true series in our hand. If not, again, they're not coming down from 3-1. If they split and having 2 of the 3, this isn't going to be a LeBron James situation, Golden State versus the Cavs, in my opinion. So, obviously, in my opinion, 2 must-wins. Captain Obvious here, 2 must-wins for the Dallas Mavericks. We'll see if they can get it done. The odds are they won't.
So, I'll ask you this. You have the Drew Holiday series and the Bob series.
I was in attendance.
You were at the game.
I went. It was great. First of all, I sat second row behind the glass, right behind Bob, so I really got a good perspective of the shots. And the first period, they had an incredible. It was the first. I was sitting from behind the glass from the right period, so to speak. His saves were unbelievable.
He played out of his mind. But Borowski was amazing. Yeah.
But you know what's interesting, Anthony? And I didn't see what the announcers said, but for being at the game, and I thought Edmonton was far better, but they just couldn't score. But that's the beauty of hockey, I actually thought they were the better team, and I don't know. Again, maybe the announcers saw it differently than me, but I felt like Edmonton had every score. Everything was Edmonton. Florida had really maybe 2 or 3 chances to score. They scored on both of them, I guess. Edmonton seemed like they had 20 and they just couldn't score. So I don't know. Maybe you can win that way, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, who do you like tonight?
I would lean Edmonton. Absolutely lean Edmonton. To me, again, I thought that
makes VG happy.
I think it's at least a 50-50 game. And again, listen, can the guy? And they stopped their power play stone cold, and I give them credit for that. Edmonton. If you've been following Anthony Edmonton this year, when they're on their power play, that is what makes them a super team. It's not 5-on-5 regular strength. It's when you commit an error and give them a power play, they are smoking you. They are punishing you.
Yeah, because you see the looks they get, the shots,
it's unbelievable.
The quality of shots they get.
Correct.
The way they move the puck is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a very high skill level, high skill level. And listen, when we're talking about a hockey game where there's theoretically the over-unders are 5.5 in this game, when you can score 2 power play goals, you don't need to be a genius to realize that's probably going to win you the game. Credit to Florida, they were able to shut them down. Will they do it again? I'm not so sure about it, to be honest. But again, hot goalies are never easy to beat.
Yep. Brad'sBestBets.com, Brad'sBestBets.com, at Brad'sBestBets on Twitter. What do you got for us today? Anything tonight? Slim card.
Look, first, 25-11 this week, Anthony. And I don't think I've lost on your show in a few weeks, even a losing day. So I hope people are doing this, watching, making money. But look, I like Anthony. I'm going to give you 2 bets today. Jose Barrios, Toronto Blue Jays. I like over 17.5 outs, Anthony. He's 9-2 to this over this year. 21-9 his last 30. I just love. He's a horse. He pitches big innings, Barrios. I think there's at least 2 out of 3 chance he gets his 6 innings. He's a guy that throws a lot of innings. And then this is a guy, Anthony, may surprise you. I'm going to take Corbin Burns. As good as he's been, Anthony, there's been one difference with Corbin Burns. He's not striking guys out anywhere near the clip he has in the past. His K rate is down drastically this year. You can park site right now. You can take under 6.5, even money plus 100. I like that bet very much. 9-2 to the under this year. He's striking out, I think, less than even 1 inning. 6.5 is a big number. Tampa Bay doesn't strike out a ton. I like that under, my friend.
There you go. I love it. All right. Great stuff, Brain. Enjoy St. Bart's. You already got good sun. Good for you.
You're a good man. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
See you, buddy. There he is, the Brain.
We all silly like the mayor.